You can find me all over as Mary Beth 494, mostly on Ravelry and Instagram.
And I'm Helen, and you can find me as HelenHG69 in all those places. And you might notice we're in a new location today because, you know, winter has come. It's a little chilly.
I have to tell you, the amount of fiddling and getting things just to move it inside. It's so easy when it's outside because you've got the backyard and, you know, it's pretty and you've got
so much of this house that, you know,
that is not true because our house is really nice.
No. It's the windows. I mean, because what I was going to say was we get the glare and we apologize for the glare behind.
I have a halo effect going.
Maybe it's an angel. We all know that.
It's my pureness of heart. It's just bursting over
I'm going to leave in the beginning.
Yeah, because
rather than edit out all the cranky.
Also, that comes with this. No matter when we try a podcast, I can be in a perfectly good mood leading up to it, and we start fiddling around. By the time we're ready to start, I'm ready to snap her head off. It's just like,
it's very. I don't know why.
I don't know either.
It's just like it's very stressful getting started.
It is, but once we get started, we seem to be okay. Except there have been a couple of times where I think it may have shown how cranky we were the whole day. It's your turn. Just go. Shut up. Anyway,
we were inside. We tried to do it outside. That's part of the fiddling was we got everything outside and we tried to do it outside, and then, you know, the wind
Helen lasted for all of 32 seconds.
And it was cold.
It's chilly out there. It really is.
That's one way to get us to rush through the podcast. Just do it outside.
We've moved inside. You can see one of our bookcases behind us. You might see a love for classic poo because that shows up periodically.
Wherever you point the camera.
I was thinking about it. I'm pretty sure there's nowhere in this house where there isn't something classic poo. But we are here.
Yes.
And welcome to our home.
It is the Monday before American Thanksgiving.
Yeah. So that's
pretty scary.
Yeah.
So,
Small Business Saturday is Saturday. You know, if we were in the store, we used to have a gift store, and if we were in the store, this is the week.
But the stress of setting up the podcast is nothing.
No, because we'd have to have the store completely decorated and set for Small Business Saturday.
And we would never decorate.
Wednesday.
I mean, we would decorate before Thanksgiving, but after we closed on Wednesday,
that's when the decorations went
we
up.
would not be decorated through November.
We
held off and we kept our fall decorations up, and we would. So, and now the toy playing begins.
Spike has found the one toy that's got like a bottle in it. Anyway, but we would have.
So we would be there till like 10,
midnight,
11 o'clock.
Yeah, garland hanging from the ceiling and everything.
It was
and
gorgeous.
The window had to be ready to go. The Christmas window.
Yeah.
We had a really, really good time doing it.
Times like that I kind of miss.
I know. Decorating and doing
not
the
decorating.
windows.
Afterwards, when you'd come in on Black Friday and that store was gorgeous.
It did look nice. So. But that has nothing to do with this. Yeah. I don't know what we're rambling about. Do you know we were talking
and we
before?
Just said we're not going to ramble.
We're not going to ramble and talk about things that have not. But there you go. That's us. Okay, so we have a couple of things to show, some things to talk about. We do have a Ravelry group because we're going to talk about that. Called the Crafty Toads.
Yep. Just
Crafty
search groups for Crafty Toads. Sorry, my hair is very flat.
We're in there. Oh my god. It's like the amoeba came through and just plopped in.
It's the heat. It's like you get the static and your hair goes flat and the curl is gone. And anyway, ramble. Crafty Toads. Ravelry.
I don't think we could stay on topic if you tied us.
It's kind of like being on time. It's just something we don't do.
It doesn't work. All right.
So, Crafty Toads, admin stuff.
Right.
Anybody who purchased an advent calendar, they went out this weekend.
Gone. Oh my god, we almost had a party.
So we had so much other stuff to do, we're like, can we celebrate? So we had like 5 minutes with a chocolate.
Yeah.
And that was it.
That was it. But
they're out. So you should all be getting them this week because
everybody's in the United States and they all went out priority except for one. Lois, yours is coming parcel post because you had to get the 12 days of Christmas too, and it was just
so
too big.
If you don't get them by
Monday,
by the 1st, and there's definitely something wrong.
Right, let us know. But we're so excited about them. We love them. Yeah, really love them. So
don't tell us if you don't.
Oh, if you don't love them,
Yes.
it'll crush us. Like, crush us.
I have very little left.
That was one of the things the past 2 weeks have been absolutely insane. I mean, they really have been insane, especially the amount of stuff that we have gotten done. Last week alone, we delivered our first wholesale order. Yeah, it was really exciting. Going to Hooked in New Jersey in Haddonfield. So if you are anywhere near Haddonfield, New Jersey, go check it out because they have brand new bags and our yarn in their store. It's our very first wholesale yarn order.
Yeah.
So,
and we wanted to say if
you guys are our best ambassadors.
Yeah.
So if you guys know of anybody who might want to carry our yarn, please let us know. Let them know that we're doing wholesale now. And and thank you so much to Danique, the owner of Hooked, because she helped us work through how to sell our yarn wholesale and how we can manage it, that we can do a
everything. Yeah.
good split
So
with the stores. So please share with them that we are doing that.
Yeah.
But anyway, that was one thing. And then the advent calendars, they're gone. That took quite a bit of time. We have an order for my brother that we are making him curtains.
For his workout area.
Marvel superhero curtains that are 84 inches tall and 112 inches wide. So
and he needs them by Wednesday.
These are getting ready to go out, but I'm almost done those. That was a big thing. We had a couple of really big projects that we got to check off the list.
Yeah. And no one's came in. So
right. One of the things that was on the list that is not checked off yet, because it's almost there. But, there goes my project bag. I will have to bend over, I'm sorry. Constellations. Anybody who got this month's Constellation Club, the Yarn of the Month Club?
This is our Yarn of the Month Club?
That is the Milky Way.
This is November's. This is going out tomorrow.
That is going out tomorrow.
It's a little bit later than normal, but...
we apologize.
Yeah. So it's soft gray and all these lovely speckles. And then we dyed up December,
Which is this.
which you still can sign up for.
This, by the time this goes up, this will be listed in the store. Well, it's listed now, but the picture will be
up.
there. These are the Northern Lights.
Perfect for December.
Yeah. So that is December's constellation, the Northern Lights. So getting November's out is the one of the last big things that we have to check off, and those will go out tomorrow. Just because it's not quite dry yet. It needs one more day to finish drying, and then it will be going out. So that will be one more thing checked off the list.
Yes.
We're just knocking things off that list, left and right. So yeah, those are I think the admin-y things, right?
Yeah.
We do have something to talk about later, but we're going to do it at the end of the podcast. So
What's that?
the pen pal.
Oh, okay. So we have
Do you want to do this now?
Yeah.
Okay.
We have a kit, well not kit, a combination, a yarn and bag combination for Christmas that just went live last night on the website. There's just a few in the store. This is the bag. It's a soft, cozy flannel bag for winter knitting.
We found the store that has this great ribbon that's got animals.
Put it on the handle. And then the yarn is Christmas at Toad Hollow. So it's a nice sage green with pink and gray.
So pretty.
So these are up
If
in
you
the
guys
shop.
don't buy it, I'm making a sweat out of it.
So these are in the shop now. It's just up for a limited time, limited quantity. So grab one while you can.
They're beautiful. I love this yarn. I really, really love that yarn. So, so pretty. Right. So,
I think that's admin, right?
I think that is it, admin. Okay. Would you like to show what you're wearing?
Sure.
Since it's done.
I'm wearing my coastal sweater.
Are you going to stand up?
No, I'm not.
So all they get to see is the collar of it?
Well, I mean, it's on Instagram. It's done. You've seen it before. Standing up is difficult.
Hold up your arm so they can see that you finished the sleeve.
And bags and everything all around us. So, but it's my coastal pullover by Hannah Fettig, and it's done.
And it's
Very
cozy
excited.
and warm and beautiful.
It is, and it's Wool of the Andes tweed from Knit Picks, which is a woolier, scratchier wool. And I blocked it, and it did actually get significantly softer. Still a little scratchy, but it's not like, oh my god, I can't wear this against my skin.
Right.
So.
You tried it out on last Saturday when we were in New York.
Yes.
It was cold.
Oh, it was 20s.
so
That was
cold. And you were okay. Not going to stand outside in the gale force winds.
For the 2 blocks that we walked, yeah, I was fine.
Well, we were outside for quite a bit because we walked 2 blocks this way and then turned around and walked back.
I was trying to find some place with a little bit of room because we wanted to sit and
plan things out
and talk. So we wanted a little bit of room for our books and
yarn because, of course, we brought knitting with us.
And if you've ever tried to go to like a cafe or any place to like eat in New York, the real estate is premium, so you don't get a ton of room.
Oh my gosh, you go to the Barnes & Noble and they give you a table, and I swear to God, it's no bigger than this. And you're supposed to put your drink and everything on it.
And everything.
But New Yorkers are amazing because they've got laptops and books and everything, and they magically make this table fit as a workspace. It's really quite fascinating.
So we were trying to find a spot where we could get in and just sit and take over for the afternoon.
Right. We planned to go to the library that's attached to Lincoln Center, but it was Veterans Day, and you know what? They were closed.
Yeah.
So, but it worked out okay. We found a really nice.
Yeah, we ended up at Alice Tilly Hall.
Right.
Which was very nice. So we
Before
sat in the
that,
cafe.
we went to the sweet place, the cupcake place.
Yeah.
That was cold, but oh my God, they had the best hot chocolate.
Oh, it was the best hot chocolate I've ever
It was
had.
amazing.
So, that was
Rude.
good.
His bike just burned.
He didn't get to go.
He's very rude. Anyway, that was nice. But then we went to the cafe of Alice Tully Hall, and that's just beautiful.
Yeah,
And
nice.
food.
We shared a grilled cheese. And
Yeah.
It was good.
Yeah. So, but
Anyway, so I also finished my mitts.
do you remember the pattern of these?
Hi. What's this? My Gansey, I think. I'll put it on the bottom.
Who's it by?
Don't know. It's a free pattern on Ravelry, but they're done. They match my hat. They do not match my sweater. But
So what yarns?
this was Jack Pumpkinhead in our DK base, and this was Belsnickel in our DK. And our DK is really nice and blocks beautifully,
So
which
you
is
now
nice to know.
have the hat, and you had enough yarn left over to make one mitt out of each. So
I got 1 mitt out of each and 2 pom-poms. One extraordinarily large pom-pom and then
which
the
you
small.
saw the other day because I kept knocking her hat off.
So then I made a smaller one out of what was left, and I have, out of the Belsnickel, I have like a string, like this much left. And I have maybe a yard or 2 on the Jack Pumpkinhead.
Perfect.
Yep.
That's good.
Yeah.
All right.
My mitts are done. My sweater's done. Moved on.
Right.
New projects.
Oh, I want to cast on all the things. Seriously, everything. I just want to cast on everything. I don't hate everything I'm doing, but I just want to start new things. So let me show you what I'm working on though. I will start with, I'm actually knitting for somebody other than me.
I am not.
It's really,
I've thought about it, and I'm like, no.
we have mentioned before, we are 2 out of 6 children, 3 girls, 3 boys. I have a brother who is 10 months older than I am, so they called us Irish twins, and his birthday is in December, so I am making him a pair of socks. These are Time Traveler from Felici, and I'm just doing a very simple, I cast on 64 stitches. It's a 2.75.
Didn't you do 72 for him?
Oh, you're right. You know what I did? I upped it to 72 for him. 2.75, so US 2 needles. And I did a simple 2x2 rib. And then once I got to the end, I am now doing a 3x1 ribbing going down. So that...
I apologize for the shaking. Our camera is... You don't even want to know what the angle, what's holding our camera. But the dogs keep bumping into it. So
It's attached to a floor lamp.
right, a very shaky floor lamp, and the dogs have decided that this is where they are going to play.
Okay. So I'm making him a pair of socks for his birthday. They actually are probably going to come from the dogs because when we go into New York on Saturdays with my mom, he watches the dogs for us. So this is a thank you present to him. As you can see, I'm not even trying to make them perfectly match. I'm just pulling Fleechy comes in the 250-gram balls, and I just wound them and decided to go because
And Time Traveler is perfect because he is the one who introduced us to Doctor Who.
Right.
So
it's going to be, and I have to figure out what size foot he has without asking him. I'm pretty sure I know.
Yeah.
But I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to make it either a half size larger than what I think it is so that it gives him a little bit of extra room. However, it's the first time I'm doing something other than my relatively small feet on socks.
Yeah,
So
this
it's going to be
should be
interesting because
you go from your dainty little...
I have until December 20th. However, as I said, I want to work on everything, so I just have to focus. And get
We shall
these
see.
done.
He may have them by, February.
Yeah. Considering my February socks got finished in October, we will see. But yeah, that's my first project that I am working on. Okay, go ahead.
I have moved on to a new sweater, which is housed in our Total Hollow bag.
Did you see Christina's picture?
I did.
With all the
her
pins
on it.
Oh my
yeah.
god, it looks so cool with all the pins. We have to start putting pins on it.
Christina,
Hi, Christina.
we saw your Chelsea Yarns bag with all the pins on it. So I am now working on the Starfall sweater by Jennifer Steingast. And I have decided I want to work on color work.
Oh my god. I'm so impressed.
So
And part of it is, I love her colors.
So my
Love her
colors first.
Are you ready?
Okay, so the background is the gray.
So pretty.
Then the main other color, which is she has as gray, is the pink.
This.
So you have the pink.
So you have the gray and the pink together.
And then the next color, which is the blue that if you see here in the band there, the blue is the green.
Okay, so now you've got those three.
And then there's just a little bit, which is actually the yellow here. And that is yellow. So
Look at those
are my
colors. Oh my god, they are so gorgeous.
I
I
am
just
so excited about my colors.
them.
So it's Nitpicks Swish DK, which is 100% superwash merino.
It is
This
so
yarn
soft.
is so soft.
And squishy.
Oh my god,
It's so squishy.
it's really just, I cannot wait until the sweater is done just to wear it.
So do they have they just do colors, right? Or numbers? They don't do
no,
colors?
no, there are colors. It's this one. Carnation is the pink. It's under the Nitpicks here.
Okay.
Peapod is the blue, the green.
Honey is the yellow.
There's another gray in there because I think the gray is the one they ate. My dogs ate my band. Marble Heather is the gray. So she has you start with the sleeves. It's a bottom up in the round, no seam construction. But she has you start with the sleeves so you get them done and ready to go for when you're doing it.
Oh my god.
Admire the color work. I pulled it out. I'm proud of myself. I only had to pull it out once because of gauge.
Right.
So I was going too tight with my floats. I'm doing a two-handed stranded color work. So I'm holding.
How's that going?
I got the hang of it. It wasn't bad.
Once you get it going.
Once you get it going, I am a
Thrower?
I'm a thrower. Which is weird because I crochet with no problem with my left hand.
Right. I don't
my left
understand
hand.
how you can't just switch it.
But I can. So whatever the pink, when I was doing this, the green and the pink, she said to make sure you keep the pink in your left hand and the green in your right hand. So to begin with, my pinks were way too loose because I couldn't get the tension
Okay.
on it. So then I overcompensated and I made everything too tight. Especially since I'm magic looping it, so I was pulling, you know, when I'd start the next round on the magic loop, you have to pull the stitch tight so you don't get the laddering.
Okay.
So I was pulling that too tight. So I tried it on my wrist and it fit on my arm, but I couldn't push up the sleeves. And I know that when I wear sweaters, if I'm inside, usually the sleeves are pushed up a little bit. So then I knew it was too tight, so I had to take it out.
Luckily, you hadn't gone very far. You were very wise to try it on before you went too far, because then you could fix it without having to pull out, you know, the entire sleeve.
Yeah. I mean, I kind of felt like it was probably too tight. But, I mean, you can see there is some stretch still to it.
Show your floats. They're so pretty. Look at that.
Oh, nice floats. And this is my real... I mean, I did a color work with my zombie Lamba cowl last year.
Right.
But other than, you know, switching colors every row, doing the same color in a row, and especially doing it where I'm actually doing it properly, rather than, you know, dropping the...
Right.
So, I'm in love with this.
I'm
now into, you know, yards and yards and yards of stocking it, so I just have to kind of do...
But it's great for card knitting or that sort of thing. You just
TV.
Mindless, remembering to increase
Make my
every now and then.
Right, which I have, you know. I just mark it on the back of my pattern, and I mark off each row as I do it.
That's a good idea.
I mean, that's how I do it. So.
Cool.
That is my sweater.
I started a sweater. I hate the yarn. I like the sweater
she hates
still.
the yarn because I made her feel my swish.
Oh my! It feels so scratchy and plasticky now, and I just don't want to work on it anymore.
But it's not. It's wool.
No, it's just wrong. Wool. It's wrong. It's all wrong. I'm gonna have to get some swish and work in that.
Yeah.
And now I want one just like that, in pink and gray.
So, in a year and a half, we will be sitting here twinsies.
No,
sweaters.
What we will do is Helen will make it and I'll borrow it.
Okay.
No, I won't. All right. But it's beautiful.
Yes.
It's really beautiful. I think part of it is, this is the problem when you live with a knitter, and other people know it too. It's like somebody starts working on something, you could be happy as anything working on your thing, and the other person starts on something, and that's the only thing you want to do.
And as podcasters who live together, it makes it very boring for you because it's like, oh, well, here's mine. You know, case in point.
Right.
Next project.
So because you know how we feel about Helen Stewart and her patterns, we love them. So of course when KnitFan came out, lemmings that we are, we signed up immediately. And her first one...
we didn't sign up immediately. We held back, but then we started to see what the first one was going to be, and we're like, then we caved.
Helen tried to be strong. I was like, yeah, no, I'm getting it no matter what. We'll talk you around to it sooner or later.
She'll come around.
I know. I've still got a couple of days. I'm good. Anyway, her first project, she's doing them all around the Nutcracker, and her first project is based on using the 24 Days of Advent yarn minis that people get. She planned it around that, so we thought, oh, this is really kind of exciting. So we wound off 24 skeins for ourselves. Not the same ones that you guys are getting, because yours are all different.
Yes, because we didn't make enough for ourselves.
Yeah, we didn't. We only made enough to send. But anyway, that's a whole separate issue. She made a cowl. The cowl is the Land of Sweets, and it uses 24 different minis. So we thought, oh, well, we need to do this. Yeah. We definitely need to do this. So we, as I said, wound off 24. We have exactly the same colors.
We both did an Advent swap, so we do have an Advent that we're going to be opening. So
you can't, but no, you can't wait.
We should wait until that happens to start. No,
you have to start immediately.
Right away.
So, do you want to go ahead and show?
Sure.
Show your bag.
Oh, okay.
Because your bag is very cool.
Okay. This is in our Sheep Happens bag.
I love your bag. Really love it.
I love my bag. So.
It's got hand embroidery on it. It's so pretty. Anyway. Okay. Now you may show.
Available. Total Hollow.
That wasn't me.
It's very crowded. So, Oh, okay. So these, it's kind of tight because I've got it on a, what do we have it on? A 16 inch.
16 inch.
So I've just gotten through 2 colors.
How, are you done the second color, or are you still working?
I'm still working on the second color. But we,
I was doing mine on 40-inch needles.
Right.
This is as big as it is. 40-inch needles. Oh my goodness, this is the magic loop I was doing with it.
Right, and then I had mine on a 24-inch, and it fit, but it was stretched.
Right.
So that, you know, every 10, 20 stitches, you had to move everything around the needle. So we went to, when we dropped off our yarn at Hooked, we decided we'd get 16-inch needles, and she didn't have our chow glues. So we ended up getting the Dreams.
I'm on reds. Because I'm a slightly
it's Knitter's
larger
Pride,
size.
right?
Yes. What size are you doing yours on?
I'm doing 4 and you're doing 6.
I'm using a 6 because I tend to knit a little bit tighter. So I went up a size, or two sizes.
2 sizes.
I went up 2 sizes to make sure it's going to fit over my giant brain.
And I mean, our gauge is similar now.
You would think that I might have, you know, tried for gauge, but no, I don't do gauge.
So, but they're wood. The Dreams are wood, and I do not. I mean, I had bad experiences with bamboo when they first came out. I don't like the bamboo.
I'm pretty sure it's because we were getting really cheapo bamboo, so that it wasn't
so it was
nice
catching and stuff.
Yeah.
But these are really nice needles.
I know.
There's a little bit of a grab, which is good because everything's so tight on the 16-inch. So it's good that there's a little grab.
And I have to say, I adore knitting this on a 16-inch needle.
Oh my god, it goes so fast.
It just goes so much faster. You know, I have just added my 3rd color. I'm going to say knit on the podcast. But I've gone through the first 2. And what we're doing is we just wound a whole bunch of minis and threw them in a bag. And what I do is when I finish,
Can you see? I don't want to dump them. Never mind. We'll change.
No,
we'll
there. There you go. See? All the minis. Pull down the other side towards your... There. See? Anyway, I just reach in and grab the next mini. I'm not worrying about matching up colors or anything like that. I don't have a specific order. I just reach in and grab.
No,
and
the only thing would be
whatever is left over, I'm putting in our leftover mini box.
Yeah, and then if I had a blue and I get a bluey one, I'm going to put it back in.
Oh, okay, and just reach for another one.
Yeah.
So we will both have pretty much the same colors because we wound off the same skeins. But
in different order.
Different orders, right. So mine so far, this is the remainders of my gum blossom yarn that I used in my 100-acre shawl, 100-acre wood shawl. And I adore the way the slight mossy brown
it's really, I thought it was
is coming through
from your time traveler section.
Yeah,
therapist.
No, it's the gum blossom, and then this was a Zauberball that I think is so pretty.
That's
and
gorgeous.
then the one line,
and they actually go beautifully together.
I know they do. The one line that's coming through now are marinated yarns that I actually have a sock in. It was a unique line, a unique skein. So that's
It'll
where
be
I
interesting
am.
to see how that
Looks next to it.
Well, no, looks with 150 stitches as compared to the 64 of a sock.
Yeah. It's really cool. So yeah, that's what we're working on, and this again is great car knitting because the one that I'm doing now, I think I've moved over to like Purl 2, Knit 4, something like that. So
I know there are like 2 or 3 lace sections, but other than that, it's really, I think, fairly simple pattern.
Right.
So.
And it's supposed to be just a fun, easy knit. Linda from Joey's Scarf
finished hers already.
Wow, Linda.
Overachiever.
It looks so good. It looks really,
it
really good. She put it up on Instagram and it looks so pretty. So it's empowering me to keep going.
Yeah.
Because...
Well, now that I pulled it out of the bag, it's just like, oh.
Okay, now all I want to do is work on this, right?
Yeah.
And she's
And we
released...
didn't get to knit last night. We were busy,
Yeah.
so.
Helen Stewart released the second of the knit vent. A knit vent is 6 different patterns, and her second one is called the Tulle Shawl, and it's based around the tulle that the ballerinas wear.
Yeah.
So it's so pretty. Really, really pretty. So I'm actually thinking I may do it in Christmas at Toad Hollow because I think it would be really pretty as a shawl. So yeah, that's what we're working on, because God forbid we get through a podcast without having at least one Helen Stewart thing going.
I think we should have a Helen Stewart podcast, and we will just show all of my whips.
And
I have
finished objects that are all Helen
2,
Stewart.
3, possibly 4 going.
Yeah.
Of hers.
And I'm casting on that tulle shawl soon. Because now that I'm not using the 40-inch Chow Goose.
Yeah, when we
It
went in
needs
looking for
something,
the
right?
needles for this, it's like, oh my God, we have 6s without something on them.
so
What is wrong?
What is wrong with us? So, yeah, that's where we are. I love this. I really love this. I have to get it done, though, because it's cold and it's the perfect weather to wear it.
Yeah.
All right. I think that's it for whips that we're showing this week, right?
Yeah, really, I haven't, finishing the sweater.
Because
And starting the other sweater, it's just...
Yeah, I mean, honestly, as Helen said, if we showed you all our whips, it would be hours. Hours and hours. But, yeah. Okay. I'm trying to think. I'm going to bend down and get our podcast notes. Hold on. Because we did jot down things to make sure we talked about. That.
We have new members of the family.
Oh, that's right.
We've been adopted.
Oh my God. It's so
First,
sad.
it's wrong. But,
Okay, go
and
ahead.
don't judge us. It's just who we are. We had an opossum who was living in our garbage pail for
We
a couple
thought it was
days.
a skunk.
First, we thought he was
But
a
it
skunk.
wasn't.
We were very pleased to find out he was not a skunk.
He was an opossum.
And he hung out in our garbage pail for a couple days. We named him Opie.
Fed him.
We fed
of
him.
course.
And then we came home last Saturday night from spending the day in New York with my mom. It was probably 10, 11 o'clock at night. And when it gets dark here in our new place, it gets dark.
There aren't many streetlights, and we have empty land all around
Yeah.
us, so there aren't even really
And
house
we had
lights.
forgotten to put the lights on with daylight savings and everything. So we pulled in, and the headlights hit the side stoop, which is where we feed Opie. And something very big went lumbering off into the brush.
And I said to Helen, "Do you think that's Opie?" And she's like, "No, I think that ate Opie."
And then the next night, in and around the next night, we were watching TV. The dogs were passed out. You have great help they are. And we heard a noise in the living room. And we're like, oh, should we be concerned? So we got up to go look. And Tabitha had knocked something off, but she was sitting by the sliding doors to the deck. And coming out around the table of the deck was the biggest freaking raccoon.
He's enormous. He's probably 45 pounds. I mean, this thing is so big.
He could eat Spike.
Yeah, he's so big.
So his foot was hurt, so he went limping off, and he climbed the tree, and he sat up in the tree, and the dogs, by this time,
Have realized that
have
there's something
woken
out
up
there.
and realized that, there's something going on. So they're going crazy in the house. And I'm trying to convince him that he should probably move on so that we don't, wake up the neighborhood with the cacophony that's going to happen as soon as the dogs go outside. He just sat up there.
So we let the
Looking
dogs
down.
out.
And the dogs were clueless that he was up in the tree. I don't know what I was worried about.
So we let them out, and they sniffed around and got everything done. We realized that he had knocked over the garbage pail, taken out all the garbage,
Right, chicken
spread
bones.
it all over the yard, gotten into the bird seed.
That was
because
the
he
noise we
looking
had heard. Was
the food.
He knocked the tin off the bird. We have the bird seed in a tin outside on the deck.
So what did we do?
Oh,
We
okay.
fed him.
So we had leftover pizza, so I'm like, okay, well, we'll just give him the leftover pizza. We don't want it. It's a couple days old. So I come inside because it was cold, and I'm like, Why is the stove on? She's heating up the pizza for the raccoon.
You don't want cold pizza out of the icebox, the refrigerator.
So we fed him a nice warm meal, gave him a beer,
and told him to go on his way.
So now
We didn't give him a beer. We gave him cookies instead.
So we now have a bag of cat food for the outside creatures. Whatever stale food we might have lying around goes in, and he always gets 2 or 3 cookies.
And we noticed that the cookies get eaten first.
Oh,
Like, within seconds of it going out, the cookies are gone.
fruits and vegetables.
No, they throw them away.
We're not big
They,
fans of. They chew them.
They chew them and then
spit them
leave
out.
the bits for you to clean up, the staff to clean up. It's crazy.
And then we continue because
Yes.
we find this very amusing, and we actually thought we've named him Franco. We thought Franco would eat an Opie, but we saw Opie last night.
Yeah, Opie
so,
we saw last night.
So I think Franco comes and takes the sweets,
and then
and then Opie gets the cat food. So.
Which is just as well, because I think Opie is rather young and small, and he probably shouldn't have too much sugar. It's not good for him, you know? We don't want to give him diabetes.
Because, feeding him is really good for him.
Well, as long as
Not
he wants to
teaching him
stay
to forage,
and,
but-
eat all the ticks in the yard.
Yeah,
I'm
no,
good.
and possums eat ticks, and they don't get rabies, so the possums are really good. Franco's a problem.
Yeah.
Because Franco also gets a little huffy. He doesn't get fed.
Starts stamping
Kicks
around and
garbage
throwing
pails over.
things.
So those are the new additions to our family.
Yes. So, okay. We mentioned before pen pals. Helen had this idea. And I don't know if you're like this. The only things we get in the mail are boring things like bank statements or bills and things like that. And
Pretty much
always
the only thing I don't throw out is people wanting money from me.
right. I mean, there's nothing nice coming in the mail. And it's like during this time in history right now, all around the world, it's, there are a lot of ugly things going on. And we thought, why don't we do something that helps bring a smile to people's faces when they go to get the mail? So I know
And give
that
us pretty mail. I mean,
right.
when we were in college, I mean, I would, being homesick, but also you just wanted something.
right.
And I
And
used
checking
to
your
love
mailbox.
to get my mail and read my letters and
Right. So what we thought was, this isn't a swap or anything like that. It's a letter. Just do. We're gonna put a thing on the Ravelry. We'll put a thread on the Ravelry group for pen pals. And if
Right.
you're interested in doing it, please sign up, because what we'll do is we'll match you with somebody else, and you guys can share addresses and then send them a letter. Or we thought December was a great time to start, because
send a holiday card.
send a holiday card,
whether
you
it's
know.
handmade or one that you're just,
Yeah,
if-
don't feel that you have to
to-
make anything
Right.
or anything like that. That's
I mean,
not
if making cards is, we have several viewers who
Right.
making cards is their hobby. So please feel free to send a handmade card. But if you don't do that kind of thing, send a pretty card, just send a letter.
Just
saying,
something nice.
Something about, it's just simple.
Yeah.
This happened this week. I fed the raccoon this week and
And-
kicked over my garbage.
Who knows? You might get a new friend that you are a pen pal with. So what we thought would be a fun thing to do would be to just write a letter to someone.
Yeah.
And
every month we will switch things up. You'll get paired with a new person, but hopefully you will have made a connection
Right.
with your first person, and
you may want to continue.
right, and you have a pen pal, and
When you get your letter from somebody, if you want to answer them, that's great.
Right.
Go ahead and answer them. But the whole thing is about sending something nice through the mail.
and pretty.
And pretty.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, just giving somebody a smile through the mail.
Yeah.
That's it, So if you're interested, please sign up on the thread on our Ravelry
We'll leave
group.
it open through next week,
And then we'll set it up.
Yeah, this week, and we'll set it. We'll probably Sunday or Monday. We'll pair everybody up for December.
So that you can send it out for like the beginning of December.
Yeah.
And then in January, we'll start all over again. And if you can't do it, just say, hey, I can't make it this month or whatever. Or do we do a new sign up in January maybe?
We'll see how the first one goes.
Yeah.
And if, because we have international viewers, just put, preferences, whether you're okay with sending it. I mean, it's a letter, really. That's it. In an envelope, no
Right. We don't want you to feel obligated that you have to send
minis or anything
anything like that.
It's just whatever fits in a card envelope or something that you can do for a stamp or two.
Right. And the whole thing is that it's writing to somebody, so, but letters are a forgotten art now. So, let's try and do something about that.
Yeah. And
send happy mail.
Yeah.
All right. I think that's...
so that should do it. And so just go sign up.
Okay. I think that pretty much does it for us, right?
I think so.
That's it on the list. That's
Okay.
it on the list. The only other thing that we could mention is we are reading. We haven't really mentioned what we've been reading recently. Mostly because...
the club.
Oh, right. Okay. However, in our reading things, for our book club, we read The Lilac Girls. Well, Helen read part of it. I did not. I think I
read more than you did.
3 pages of it, and that was not my kind of book.
I didn't like the style, and I knew where it was going. It's set during World War II, and I got as far as I wanted to, and I don't want to read that right now.
Right.
So,
but then for this month,
right,
we're reading The Chaperone by Laura Moriarty. Oh,
that's
I like
good.
that one.
Yeah, that's very good.
I was up till 3:30 in the morning the other night just finishing it because it was just one of those things. So that one I really enjoyed. That is about, and it's actually about a real person. The 15-year-old girl in it is actually real, but she travels from Kansas to New York City to when she is 15 to work in a dance troupe and to try out for their dance troupe, and in order for her to travel, she needs a chaperone, and her chaperone, the book is about her chaperone, and it's really very, very interesting, and I enjoyed it immensely.
Yes.
So recommend that.
Yeah,
definitely recommend that. But we keep talking about our book club that we do. Northern Lights is our last installation for the Constellation. Well, look at all these Asians. The Constellation Sock of the Month Club. So we're going to be starting a new one in the new year, and
we haven't worked out all the details yet. It's going to be a little different.
Right, it's going to be a little bit different, but what it is it's going to be a book club. So we're going to pick a book, and if you're interested, we hope you will read along with us, and the yarn will be based on the book. So, and then
it will culminate in a virtual knit night, hopefully. That's the part we have to work out, where we all get together virtually and sit and knit and talk about the book.
Yeah. So hopefully you will want to join us.
And if you're interested in joining us, since we haven't picked all the books yet, if you want to let us know either on Ravelry or in the comments to this.
Do it in the comments to this, because that way we'll know where it is.
Right.
But let us know your preferences for books.
Right. Fiction, nonfiction.
Mysteries.
No, don't do nonfiction.
Fantasy.
We don't like nonfiction.
Well, part of a book club is, doing things outside your comfort zone.
Right.
Because seriously, if it were me, I would be fantasy and mysteries, and that would pretty much be it.
We'll throw a little young adult in there.
Yeah. But, I mean, it's just... I have read some really, really good books that I might not have picked up otherwise.
Yeah.
I mean, A Man Called Ove, I almost definitely would not have picked up otherwise. And that one, oh my gosh, that one just...
Yeah.
That one was a good
really
book.
Yeah.
That was a really good book.
True.
So, yeah.
So, put your
Let us know.
preferences, and we will try and...
work them in.
Well, I mean, just put genres.
Right.
And we'll see what we can do.
Right. So, if you're interested, please let us know, and we will start... well, not start, because we've already started. We're going to finalize it so that it's ready to go in the new year.
Yeah. It may be February, but we'll see.
Yeah, but we're going to hopefully expand it a little bit so it's not just yarn.
Yeah.
We're going to do lots of other things. It's going to be good. It's going to be really good. Anyway, there was that. So, I think that's it, right?
I think that's it.
I think we are done for today. We hope you all have, for those of you in the United States, we hope you have a wonderful Thanksgiving.
Happy Thanksgiving.
With friends and family and loved ones. And
start the frenzy of the holiday season.
Yeah. We bought our first Christmas present.
Glare is getting, look at my fingers, getting worse.
Yeah.
So.
Not only did we start our holiday shopping, we got our first ornament.
We did.
We haven't had the tree yet, but we got our first ornament of this year.
Maybe by the next time we podcast, we'll be podcasting in front of our Christmas tree.
That would be so pretty. We have to find out where we're going to put it here. We don't know where we're going to put it.
Yeah.
We're going to have to figure that out. Anyway.
Let's just stop rambling.
Okay. Do you know what we're going to do? We're going to put it over there in front of the side door so that we're not tempted to go out and feed the wild animals anymore.
We'll just go around.
I know. I make it sound like it's going to actually
Plus, you know,
work.
I'm pretty sure Franco will knock the door down now. So.
We're going to come out one day, and there's going to be a raccoon sitting in the church.
What you get with Christmas?
Yeah. Where's the plum pudding? Okay.
All right. So,
thank you so much for joining us. For those of you that are new, thank you for coming. For those of you that are, loyal viewers, thank you so much for coming every time we podcast. We really appreciate it. And meeting you out in the public, it's also very, very nice. So thank you so much for those of you that have come up and said something to us. So thank you so much, and we hope you all have a wonderful week.
Yep.
Yeah?
Yeah. Go forth and knit.
Go forth and knit.